Sometimes you have to get in order to get out. But sometimes in order to get out, you have to go really far in. And sometimes you go so far in that you're not really sure if you're ever going to find your way out again. And then you think you have the answer, and the answer disappears and it moves further on the horizon. And then it goes, hello, over here. Not really, but hey, we're just imagining here. But then you hear that little voice calling you over there, and by the time you get there, it's somewhere different. And so you kind of tie yourself up into a bunch of mental knots until you find yourself in the position that you ultimately feel absolutely lost. But at the same time, you feel like you can't really give up the quest because you've become obsessed and you don't really know which way to go. I'd like to help you with the which way to go part through my astrological services. I am presently offering an offer today, which is the 14th of April, where you can schedule a 1 hour consultation with me for $69. But that's for today only. And you'll see the link up above if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this anywhere else, it will be down below. So Ashlesha Nakshatra, which is what we're talking about, it relates to the concept of serpent energy. So if we think of the serpent as it is trying to go after its prey, it does that little dance, and it can do it much better than I. I just look like, some old geezer like moving from side to side in their chair. But I think you understand the point. And then when you least expect it, it's in your face like that, right? And the whole thing is you're trying to avoid that in your face moment. And so you're trying to go, okay, well, maybe if I can figure out which way it's going to go next, I'll be able to have an idea. And sometimes you get that little bitty tidbit of information only to find out that it's something you didn't really want to know in the first place, and you might have been better off not knowing it. But you can never know until you go after it. And that is how Ashlesha works too. Like I was saying, it's very serpent-oriented energy. So here are some themes that we deal with Ashlesha. The concept of you have to get into in order to get out. But in order to get out, you have to go really far in, sometimes to the extent that you're just completely obsessed and hypnotized, and it's hard to find your way out again. Sometimes you find little bits and pieces of information, only you wish you haven't, because we understand with serpents can, sometimes inject venom, right? And sometimes venom can be used as an antidote. So we don't know if we're dealing with something that's poisonous or toxic or something that is actually therapeutic in nature. And sadly enough, we don't really find out the answer to that question until we have got the bit of information anyway. In either instance, the information that we get causes a transformation. It causes us to shed our skin and to move into a different phase of existence. That's what's happening at this phase of the cosmic birth, is this recognition that of one's limited destiny to an extent that we were talking about through Pusha Nakshatra. With Ashlesha, it's this thing of going, okay, we have to shed the skin of all of those processes that we've been through and move into creation and into form, which is what happens with Maga. I'm not going to give too many of my secrets away. So Ashlesha relates to that shedding of the skin, which is a bit of a process because we don't know fully what lies ahead. We're trying to understand a little bit more of the journey, but everything's a mystery. Everything's a mystery, like life itself, right? And so you can understand Ashlesha as being connected to the hypnosis of, or I should say, the hypnotic qualities of life itself and of existence itself and of consciousness itself, to the extent that you can crawl so far inside of yourself that your foot goes inside of your mouth and back out your other end. Not really. But I think you get what I'm saying, is there is a tendency with Ashlesha Nakshatra to self-introspect, sometimes to the point where it's not helpful for the situation. So if you'd like to know a little bit more about the nakshatras in your own personal horoscope, or if you have any planets in Ashlesha Nakshatra, again, you can schedule a session with me through my services page. You'll find the link to that just above if you're watching this on YouTube, and down in the lower section if you're watching this on any of the other platforms. I want to thank you as always for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.